Hi, in this video, I will be taking you all through what are the salaries that a company secretary gets from 2026 and onwards. Now, the salaries are dependent on multiple factors, that is the location, the size and the type of organization that you're working, and other factors what you have clubbed with company secretary. So let me take you through the entire. First, who is a company secretary? A company secretary is like a corporate lawyer. As per SEBI laws, only a company secretary is allowed to become a compliance officer of the listed companies. So they are compliance and legal heads of listed companies. Now, company secretaries are also treated as the key people of the company, that is, key managerial persons, and they are the ones who are the advisors to the board of directors and the only professional who is allowed and sits in board meetings. Now, as I told you that a company secretary is the one who's sitting in the in the meeting of the board of directors, participating in the discussions and guiding the board of directors how these tasks can be executed. Now, the factors that are dependent on the salary of a CS is the company size, whether you're working in private companies, public unlisted companies, or direct listed companies. I always advise to work in listed companies to unlock the true value of a company secretary, because listed companies have raised 10,000 crores, 15,000 crores from the public, and when they have raised that kind of money, they operate on that amount of scale, so that much amount of legal and compliance work is involved, and that is why listed companies pay maximum to the company secretary. Second factor is also dependent on the location. So I will be also taking you which are the places in India where the company secretaries are paid the highest salaries. And it also depends on the responsibilities. For example, you become the compliance and legal head, and many times we've seen, since they are participating in board meetings, interacting with board meetings, they also become directors of the company. So that is where some of the richest company secretaries will are found, and that you will see it during the course of the video as well. Okay, now let's talk about the base salary once you clear the CS score. Though I understand the base salary is around 6 lakhs, if one gets a rank, it might go up to 12 lakhs. So this is the base salary entry level for 0 to 3 years experience that you can get. Now, a profession should be judged not by its entry level jobs, but by the one where how much I can unlock when I get reach to its true potential. So there shouldn't come that there is a ceiling and then I can't go beyond that. So that is why we'll also look at the top level, and we'll also look at mid and average salary. So if a person is having around 4 to 7 years of experience, a 13 lakh to 30 lakhs per annum they can easily fetch. And at senior level it goes up to 40 lakhs plus, and even for some cases in crores also, which we will be seeing. Now, the very first thing is, which states pay the highest salaries to company secretaries? So it is Maharashtra, Mumbai, in Delhi, the NCR region, in Karnataka, Bangalore, because there are so many tech-based companies there. In Tamil Nadu, we have Chennai, and Telangana also in Hyderabad. So many corporates are there. Wherever the corporate hubs are there, they mandatorily have to appoint company secretaries. So you will see that nowadays 10 crores is nothing, 10 crores almost major companies definitely have. So they all have to mandatorily appoint a company secretary. So when they are appointing, wherever the major hubs are there, that the salary goes high. Now let's look at some of the disclosures when I tell you the salaries. So company secretary salaries are not disclosed and publicly available. Okay. However, there are some cases where we have found that the salaries have been disclosed. Those I will take you all through. So we know, because why, how is that happening? Why are their salaries disclosed? Because in the top 10 by law, the top 10 employees packages are disclosed. So we know that how much is the top line earning, how much is the median salary. So some of these disclosures are made by the companies, and that's where when we see that if a company secretaries are there, we know their salaries. Okay, so the first we've seen publicly disclosed salary is around 5 crores for Dev Bajpal. He was company secretary of Hindustan Unilever. As I told you that as you are in the board roles, they don't just stick to compliance and legal, they go into business. He's handled a lot of international clients, international operations as well, and he was also made the director of the company. So this, I told you, is the real values unlocked when after being a CS and with the boardrooms you also become a director of the company, of a listed companies, then these salaries are unlocked. So it's 5 crores per annum. This is publicly disclosed salary. Then we see another example is of Ranganathan, which was of ICICI Bank. He also became a director and company secretary, and his salary was around 2 crores per annum. Now these are all listed companies, and you go to see that is the highest salaries paid there. Next, we go to see highest paid salaries is Jayesh Merchant. Also, he was of Asian Paints company secretary. His salary was around 2 crores. Then we have of TCS 1.33 crores, and then the others as well, Cipla and ITC. So they pay around that level. Now the point is that even there was a recent listing also for this company where the remuneration disclosed was 67 lakhs per annum. You have to understand that not all necessary will reach out to this level, right? Many do not come to and touch these levels. So what do I need to do to touch these thresholds? So very first thing is there are some soft skills that you need to develop: your personality, your communication skills, your networking, improvement on your language, where you can cater to foreign clients, is where you can cater to, or you can unlock the potential. And now I'm going to tell you, these are the, after doing CS, these are some of the streams that pay these kind of packages, okay, where you can unlock the true value on the salary packages. The first one is when you become a compliance officer of a listed company. I told you once there, if you become a director, that's when the levels, and then you see the highest paying CS are also directors of the company. Next is, if you want, you can do M&A. You can represent yourself as a M&A lawyer, mergers and amalgamation lawyers. So I advise the students to do CS and LLB together, and after doing that they join law firms. So now earlier one is listed company, the other avenues also is joining a law firm and becoming a mergers and amalgamation lawyer. They also earn in these levels. Okay. Then comes the company secretaries also join merchant banking companies. Merchant banking companies. Merchant banking companies also pay handsomely to the CS, for the CS, to the CS. They do the fund raising process where the IPOs are involved, fund management, helping the companies raise from the public. The entire process is managed by merchant bankers. In merchant bankers, you'll go and see there are company secretaries who are hired. Then comes, if you want to practice, like go into NCLT, NCLAT. So those insolvency practices you can also do, and I have many friends, students who are working in the NCLT practice, okay, in the litigation domain. Then comes governance advisors to the board. So these are some of the roles which the company secretaries are paid handsomely. So in my opinion, if you want to unlock the true potential, learning the soft skills of basically communication, building your network, very important. Being in the right place at the right time with the right people is very important. Second, if you go to see, I always advise students that, at this stage when you're doing CS, you don't have a college, you don't have to mandatorily go. Simultaneously complete your LLB. So is it mandatory? It's not mandatory at all. It is recommended. You go and see the top listed companies in their HR requirements on hiring. They are saying that the person should be CS and LLB. So you can unlock the true potential. Doing the same work, you get higher salaries. And the third thing is to learn, a lot of other skill sets as well. Keep, onboarding as in when you enter in any industry. For example, I have students who are working in pharma industry. They want to get into the pharma sector, so they will give some additional exam just to get qualified additionally and earn higher. So those things will come when you go into a sector, and in that sector you will figure out what extra certifications I can get which will help me reach to higher ranking. So obviously learning is a lifetime process, but the highest and the biggest salaries are always unlocked when you work in the listed companies, which are big companies which have large scale operations. So this is my advice to all of you all. And if you're looking for company secretary classes, we are dedicated to CS coaching, and you can join the WhatsApp group. The link is in the description for all updates and any other guidance as well. Take care, guys. Bye.